are you doing? Welcome to the live. It's the one and only MC Rastas from Kenya, Africa. How you doing? What if I'd say Sue? Sue. John Josion says, I love you, baby. Love you too. Amanda Rodriguez, Diaz Rodriguez says, Africano. Yes, African. Mugami, what are you doing, bro? I'm getting a workout. How are you doing, y'all? You know, my mama tells me, if you love someone, you don't just tell them, you show them, you know? Support the channel, bro. Hit the like button, hit the sub button, you know? I'm here to get PayPal, you know? Show some love, sub to the channel, like the video, you know? Let me know, are you watching me from? Where are you watching me from? It's the one and only MC Rastas from Kenya. It's a beautiful day. I know guys in Europe right now, it's yet to be 11 p.m. But here in Africa, Kenya, it's around 5 in the morning. I feel good. It's a beautiful day. I'm getting ready for my workout, you know, my daily blueprint. Mogami says, how you doing, bro? I'm trying to get my workout done, you know. Let me put this camera so that you can see me well. How y'all doing tonight? It's fine, Germany. Oh wow, that's good. How are you doing, guys? How are you feeling today? It's a good day, you know. It's a beautiful day. Ten minutes to 6 in the morning here in Africa. 10 minutes to 6 in the morning. How y'all doing? Mugami says, what's the photo behind you? This photo is for Kylian Mbappe. Do you want me to show you the photo? The photo is for Kylian Mbappe. One of my players I admire. He had a very good performance. Yeah, very good performance, the World Cup. Can you say it? Is it clear? Do you like it? Goodwill Tolman says, bruh, you darker than the night. It's alright, African genes, most Africans are black. Some things we can't change. Mugami says, wow, nice photo. Yeah, it's a good photo. I admired it. He was during that time. Mbappe was already the captain of France. One of the most memorable performances was during the World Cup, his first World Cup when Mbappe won it. Goodwill Tolman says, Glak, she at the top. Kylian is my idol. Mbappe is my idol, one of my idols, great football icons. Mugami says the only African player that plays in Germany is Antonio Rudiger. Not really. We have other many African players in the Bundesliga. For example, in Stuttgart, we have a lot of African players in Germany. For example, even in Borussia Dortmund, we have Seo Girassi, he's an African player. So the only African player that plays in Germany is Antonio Rudiger. Yeah, true. Antonio Rudiger has Germanian roots. I agree. But he's also African. And a lot of players from Africa play in Europe. For example, if you take the look of Mbappe, Mbappe is an African. He's a real African. Mugami says, I mean not in the Bundesliga, I mean at the country in World Cup. Yeah, for sure. I agree with you. And also most of African players play for European teams. Imagine Sadio Mane could have played for France if he decided to. Koulibaly could have played for France if he decided to. Paul Pogba is an African. Mbappe is an African. No, Africa got talent. It's just as the players decide to play for European teams. Lamine Yamal is an African player. Lamine Yamal is an African player. Just decided to play for the best nation. It's alright. It's alright. You can't blame them. What else can you tell them? Mogami says, do you know Osimhen? He's from Nigeria. He's good. Yeah, for sure. I know Victor Osimhen. He's a great African player. One of the interesting things about number nines from Africa is that while he was coming up, he had the same instincts. He had the same caliber as the same as Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. When people go to first watch Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in AFCON, people were delighted because he was very exceptional. You could tell he was different from the other players. That is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. True. Also, Osimhen, when he played for the under 17 World Cup, people tell he's different. He has agility. He has this drive in him. He has this anger in him. Yeah, Osimhen, I believe he's a great football player. I believe he should be playing in Europe right now in the top five leagues. Not that Galatasaray, the team that he plays for, is a bad team, but the better teams are in Europe. He could have even played for Chelsea. People wanted him to go to Chelsea, but I don't know what happened. His decisions. John sent me the emojis. What's the reason behind the emojis, John? What's the reason behind the emojis? Let me know where you're watching me from, John. Let me know where you're watching me from. Mugami says, but I think Galatasaray is a very good team. They always win the La Liga Cup. For sure, I agree. You can take the same stance as in PSG back in the day. PSG has been winning in their league for the past 15 years. I believe they have won 14, 13 trophies. But who is their real competitor? None. Let's take us Bayern Munich. They have been winning their cup. But who has been their competitor? None. You see? If you go to the Premier League, you have real competition. If you go to the La Liga, you have real competition. You go to Serie A, you have real competition. But you can be a big fish in a small pond. That's not bad, but when you go to a huge place, you'll find bigger fish. You find other players better than you, another league competitive than yours. It's not that Galatasaray is not a good team, but he can do better, I believe. Could have done better. Take the instance of John Duran. John Duran was an Aston Villa player. He was a rising star. Then John Duran decides to leave Aston Villa at 20 years of age. Decides to join Al Nassr, the club of Cristiano Ronaldo. It's not a bad move, but for sure he made it for the money. He's a young player. He still has a lot to do in Europe. Establish your name first before you can go to other leagues, the lower leagues. But it's all right, man. He went to Al Nassr. Right now he's back. He's playing for Fenerbahce. I believe he's working his way through Europe, but it's all right. All right. Mugami says, I think La Liga is like cool. They always fight. I agree with you. Back in the day, La Liga was La Liga. When people used to tackle, defenders were very aggressive. We had the likes of Pepe, we had the likes of Sergio Ramos, the likes of Puyol, the likes of Gerard Pique. Damn, for you to just pass them defenders by dribbling, it's war. For you to go past Pepe, it was war, brother. For you to go past Sergio Ramos, it was war. You're doing it as easy as you could think. And these defenders were willing to take you down. They were willing to die for the team. They were willing to take the red card for the team. I believe Sergio Ramos is the most red-carded player, red-carded defender in La Liga. I'm sure, 100% sure. Why? Because they were willing to fight for their badge. They were willing for blood, sweat, and tears just for their team, you know. And that's just commitment. That's just commitment. Mugami says, not La Liga, I mean Turkey Liga, but La Liga too. Yeah, I agree with you, bro. There was a time Jose Mourinho was, I believe he was red carded for bringing racist abuse. He was accused, allegedly, for chanting racist abuse. What else can you do, man? It's competitive, but I'll say between the two teams. Between the two teams, Fenerbahce and Galatasaray, it's competitive. And when you got two teams that are in contesting position, that means you ignore the other teams. While the other teams are playing, there is no real attention to the league, except when there is a derby of these two. You see, it's like in France, when Paris are playing, it's good. You know, you can watch, you cannot watch, depending on whether the favorite players are playing of Paris Saint-Germain, Mbappe, back in the day, Ousmane Dembele now, Victor Kvaratskhelia. But when you have the actual derby, that's when you get the numbers, you know. Same in Germany. When others are playing, nah, you're interested, you ain't interested. But when the actual figures are playing, that is Paris and Marseille, that's when the numbers show up. It's called competition though. You like to imagine that more competition is much better, you know. Jan just on Swiss says love. How you doing? Welcome to the live. How you doing, Jan? Let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know where you're watching me from. Jan, are you male or female? Let me know in the chat. Are you male or female? Mugami says, I must go. Have a nice day. Bye. You too, bro. Have a good day. Have a blessed day, you know. Alex75 said, hi, man. How are you doing, bro? Welcome to the live. How is the going? Alex75, welcome to the live. Make sure you like and sub. Mm-hmm. Jason said, my baby, how are you doing? Make sure to like the live, sub to the channel. Alex75 says, you're so cute. Top body. Thanks, man. Genetics, Plus, doing some workout, Recently, I've been taking my workout serious. Let me know, how is your fitness like, Alex75? How is your fitness like currently, Alex said, top body. Alright. Alex75 said, I get like you. Oh, that's good. Alex75 says, make fitness. Make fitness like in what way? Alex75 says, make fitness in what way, bro? Alex75 says, who is the footballer in the photo? That's Kylian Mbappe right there. That's Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. Let me know, who's your favorite football player? Who's your favorite football player? Alex75. Who's your favorite football player, Alex? Alex said, wow. Maria Nikel says hi. How are you doing, Maria? Welcome to the live. I like your name, you know. The woman who brought me up has the same name as you. Her name is Mary, but in Swahili it's called Maria. Alex, who's your favorite football player? Mine is Mbappe. Mbappe. Maria, let me know where you're watching me from. My mom has the same name, Maria. That's a coincidence. Or maybe it might be her in another account, you know. It might be my mom in another account, you know. Following what the boy is doing right now. That's all good. By the way, I remember Alex, you told me before that you go to the gym with your brother. Is that right? You go to the gym with your elder bro a while back. I can still remember, you know. So how is the progress just now in the gym? How is your progress in the gym with your elder bro? How is your progress in the gym, bro? Alex75 said hi. What's up, bro? What time is it in London? What time is it over there in London, bro? What time is it in London, you know? Did you watch Marcus Rashford signed for Barcelona? No? I believe he's rejuvenating his career from Manchester United, where he is unwanted. Because I believe his move was strategic, in that during an interview, he was asked which team would he like to play for. And out of the all possible teams, out of the all big names, he chose Barcelona. Why? Because he knew Barcelona wanted a winger. He knew Nico Williams was unavailable for Barcelona. He knew Luis Diaz, his price was too high. Barcelona couldn't afford him. He knew he would have played for Barcelona. Why? He's a left winger. Same time, he can play as a striker. When Lewandowski is not there, he can be thrown into the dash, you know. He can fit into the system. So I believe he was strategic in the interview. It is what it is, man. The guy's dream just came true. Signed for Barcelona, number 14 jersey of Thierry Henry. And I was sitting there watching what could be going on in the mind of Ruben Amorim. What could be going on in the mind of Alejandro Garnacho? What could be going on in the mind of the likes of Anthony? Because Anthony, he was a rejected player from Manchester. Player believed he was doing his best. He was signed for $100 million, allegedly. Came to Manchester. But a player transitioning from a lower league to a tough league like Premier League is very difficult. Because back where you come from, the league is simple, but in the Premier League, we have toughness, we have ruthlessness, we have aggression, we have physicality, we have pace, we have tempo. You come from a lower division league, you wanna see in the Premier League, bro, it's gonna be too difficult for you. I promise you, it's gonna be too difficult. Anthony faced the harsh reality. This isn't just rumor, these are fact. Anthony faced harsh reality. In the first season, terrible performance. Second season, terrible performance. He goes to a league. I don't wanna call La Liga a trash league, but in La Liga we have more pace, but the tempo sometimes a little bit low. We have pace, but also we have space. And Anthony thrived in the space that the defenders were leaving him. So he comes back to Manchester. Ruben Amorim says, "We don't want you. We want to sell you." So I'm trying to imagine what could be going on in the mind of these players, you know, because there's a lot of players who want Manchester to be their history. They don't see their future in Manchester. It's all right. Marcus Rashford was one of them players last season at Aston Villa. He was quite an average player, but you know he scored a few goals in the Champions League, in the league, but his season ended with a little bit of injury. Right now, he's at Barcelona. Shout out to Marcus Rashford. I believe he's going to perform. His debut was quite decent, not the best, not the lowest, quite decent, just a little above average. He got few shots on target, created some chances. But all in all, man, I wish all the best for the one who was once at Manchester United. I'm a huge fan of Manchester United since when Ronaldo was in his first spell at the team. But it's all good, you know. I wish all the best for Marcus Rashford. He's gonna feel good when he's back in his because I believe the surrounding at Barcelona with the likes of Lamine Yamal, like some Rafinha, is very important because that there is competition. And when you have competition, when your environment is forcing you, when your environment makes you to improve yourself, then you're gonna be better. So all the best to Marcus Rashford. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off the live. I'm gonna jump off the live. Thank you all for showing up. Take care, everybody. Bye bye. Peace.